Hi folks, welcome back for more Let's Play Under a Killing Moon. If you recall, we were in the Bastion of Sanctity, and we had just found the Chameleon smoking up a storm, and, so we were going to have to create a distraction for him, get him out of the room, and lay a trap for him, to get him out of the way, so we can save, Elena more. So, we've got this loaded slingshot.
That's an odd place for a vase. I wonder if I could use it as a distraction.
They hint with an audible thud. And see, well, hang on. I'm going to save just before this. Increment file and save. Yep. Because there's one more obstacle in our way. Now, he's headed this way, so let's go through this door. Oh, look, he's right there coming
In case you've
through us.
forgotten, the fourth rule of a PI is don't get caught. Maybe you should get the Chameleon to leave the main hall before you stroll in.
Maybe we should. Although he was leaving. The problem was he was leaving in the same door we were going into.
Chameleon has Alaynah in a laser field. The effect of the beam is... It's the That roaring fire makes me wish I... That roaring fire makes me...
Okay. So, since we still have our loaded slingshot, we will trek all the way back here. And you saw the other door, right? Well.
That's an odd...
And the last thing you want to do is stand here, because you'll get that same scene with the knife. Now we need to lay a trap. And remember, he was smoking heavily. So how about we do this? We've got a cigarette here, right? How about we lace it with some powder? He smokes that.
Chameleon keeps setting... Well, that's not gonna work.
And you know why? It's not lit. So how about we light it? Now we don't have the most time in the world to do this, that's why I was kind of rushing. And every death leads to that same him throwing the knife at your head.
Okay, the cigarette's in place. Now if you'll just go for it. Yeah, here it comes. Come on. Come on. Over to the table for some real smoking enjoyment. He's got it. That's it. Smoke away, sucker. Gotcha.
Good old internal monologue.
Didn't anyone ever tell you these things can kill you?
I underestimated you, Murphy. Viral powder in my cigarette. Very clever. You're a worthy opponent.
Well, you know, I think the world would be a much nicer place without people like you. People who go around stuffing other people's heads into water coolers.
But you've accomplished nothing. Except now, I'll be a martyr in the new order. And you'll die with all the other vermin in the great Alluvion. And when the earth has returned to a state of perfection, and the purified races return after the waiting, my name will live forever.
Yeah, I guess that's good in theory. Too bad you won't be around to enjoy it.
That's not too bad.
Death means nothing. I would die 1,000 times to help fulfill the sacred prophecy. Enjoy your victory while you can, Murphy. Tomorrow night, you will die.
I caught a lucky break getting rid of the chameleon this easy. Death is always an ugly business, but if anyone deserved it, he did. Now I've got to get Elena out of the force field.
Indeed we do. Excuse me, folks. Wow, that was unexpected. I had to clear my throat again. Dang. Anyway, as you've seen, we are up against a time limit, kind of. Let me saved.
Bread, milk, taco sauce. Damn. I know I'm forgetting something.
We're not up against a time limit at the moment, though.
Bread, milk, taco.
So we can take a look around here.
Looks like a comfy chair. All I need now is a big screen TV and some tortilla chips. Great call. This is Peter loaning Paul his Sgt. Pepper's album.
I guess. I thought Sgt. Pepper's album was a little more colorful, but okay.
I almost bought some chairs just like these at my neighbor's garage sale. That roaring fire makes me wish I'd brought fixins for s'mores. The chameleon has Elena in a laser field. The effect of the beam is probably keeping her sedated. With the chameleon out of the way, I can find out how to shut it off.
We hope, huh?
I almost bought some chairs just... Looking at this painting reminds me of the time that girl told me I had Roman hands.
Ha ha.
I won't be needing this ashtray. This whole incident has almost convinced me to stop smoking. Pretty basic table.
It'd probably convince anybody to stop smoking after that. What's this over here?
Oh, poor guy. That's a pretty small leaf. Apparently the artist forgot to paint on the other two leaves. Renaissance couple returning an overdue library book.
Ah, such the connoisseur of, classic artists.
Looking at this painting reminds me of the time that girl told me...
Yeah, okay. Well, what we need
shield.
is right here.
Reminds me of my deodorant soap. Being a man doesn't mean you have to smell like one. I've always enjoyed flipping switches, especially when I'm not absolutely certain what the switch does.
What if I'm sure?
Tex, I knew you'd come. That monster came to the motel. He looked just like you. So I opened the door. He must have knocked me out. It was terrible, the things he said to me. Oh, Tex, hold me. Kiss me.
Time and place. Okay, we need to be polite here.
Whoa! Hold your horses there, little lady. I'm glad I could be of assistance. This is no time for romance. Besides, every time I look at you, I can't help but think of your sister, and that gives me a stomach ache.
But
That's
Tex,
not nice.
I think I'm in love with you.
I think you're delusional.
Look, I'm sorry, but I've been burned a few too many times, and your sister was a real flamethrower.
I mean, in love with
Are you
Tex?
sure there's nothing I can do to make you stay?
I mean, we got work to do.
Do you play Twisty? Nah, never mind. No, Alaynah. I don't think I could do it. You know, you're young enough to be my younger sister. But right now, I got a job to do, and I've got to do it alone. Unless I stop the cult from executing their plan, we're all gonna be toast.
Men worth having are always running off. Maybe it wouldn't work out for us anyway. If they don't kill you, let me buy you a drink. I owe you a big one.
Okay. Well, maybe someday you can buy me one of those 46-ounce super gulpers. What I really need right now is a good lead.
The Chameleon said that he was supposed to meet up with someone named Feral Puss at a place called the Broken Skull. Does that help?
Yeah, it does, as a matter of fact.
So now we have a new
He summoned
location.
to his presence 1,000 hale and light-hearted friends to the deep seclusion of one of his castellated abbeys. This was an extensive and magnificent structure, the creation of the prince's own eccentric yet august taste. A strong and lofty wall girdled it in. Without was the Red Death.
Is that the final group?
Yes, brother. Everyone has arrived.
And all the provisions are stored. What about the wine? We hadn't received the shipment when I last checked the inventory.
All is in order, brother. We have sufficient supplies to take us into the next century.
Excellent. I will notify the master that everything is prepared. The celebration is set to begin at the appointed hour.
So, now it is time to go to the Broken Skull. I should have enough time for at least the beginning of this. Yes, but we are now off planet. Little orbiting station there.
The way station is small, with a diameter of maybe 5,000 meters. I have no problem finding the Broken Skull, which turns out to be a typical off-world saloon. The kind of place where all the booze is watered down, the prices are tripled, and the waitresses all have fresh stitches on their foreheads. It's strangely quiet, though, and the dame behind the bar looks like she'd just as soon cut my throat as pour me a drink.
So what'll you have?
Hello, Margot Kidder. I'm kind of running short, and this is going to take a little while because we have a few text deaths to get rid of here. But let's show you what at least one of the deaths here looks like. And because this is one of the few named actresses, or actors, period, I think we will go ahead and actually show off quite a few deaths here. So let's start with the easy one.
Give me 4 fingers of rye whiskey. Neat.
You know, we don't take American Express. Cash customers only.
Since you gotta be real careful with her.
If I had a credit card, do you think I'd be in a dump like this?
Well, what are you doing in a dump like this?
I'm a PI working on a case.
You look like you're working on a bender. And we don't serve PIs here. Hey, look up!
I shouldn't have to remind you, Murphy. Never underestimate a woman with an attitude.
Indeed. Especially this one. But for now, with that, I'm going to cut the video, and when I come back, we will have a few more of deaths by Margot Kidder. And then we will move on. So, see you next time, folks. Take care, everyone.